Hello, Hill City kids. Today's Devo is from Exodus 14:10 through 29. This is when Moses and the Israelites have fled Egypt. Pharaoh has let them go. They are no longer in slavery. They are on their way to the promised land. Well, on their way to the promised land, they are kind of stuck between the Red Sea and the Egyptians that are now coming after them. Pharaoh has decided that he didn't want them to go. He's trying to come after them. What God does next is a miracle. It's absolutely, it's amazing. He splits the sea and the Israelites are able to walk through on dry land. But before that, they felt stuck. They were stuck between a sea that wasn't split yet and Pharaoh and the Egyptians. Now, have you ever felt like you were stuck or surrounded by an enemy or a difficulty that you didn't think that you could overcome? I know I have for sure. What we have to remember in those moments is that though we may feel surrounded by the enemy, by something that's so difficult around us that we couldn't think that God could come through or that God could make it possible for us to get through it, is that His love is surrounding us even more. God's love and God's presence is always going to be with us more than that difficulty is. God is going to help us come through. So today what I want you to do is I want you to read Exodus 14:10 through 29 with a friend or a family member. And then today I want you to journal about how you felt or what you thought about that passage. Then tomorrow what you can do is you can tell a family member or a friend about a time when you felt stuck or surrounded by an enemy, by the enemy, but God came through for you. God provided. God gave you felt God's love, you felt God's presence maybe, or maybe you just realized that whatever it was that felt impossible wasn't impossible at all because you had God with you. And then on the third day, what I want you to do is I want you to pray anytime you feel like you are surrounded, like you're stuck, like you can't get through something. Just pray to God. Pray that He will give you that a peace and just the strength to get through it, because we know that all things are possible with Him. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later.